Hello, everybody. This is Notes on the Spectrum with I'm Isaac Berlyn. I'm Isaac, so let's get started. Today, I'm very pleased and happy to have Steve on. I got the pleasure of getting to know Steve over the weekend while we were both working at the Shootout Autism shooting event at the Ben Avery gun range. Steve is actually the one that set that up. So first and foremost, could you tell us more about that?
Yeah, thanks, Isaac. Thanks for having me. I love shooting events. I used to do them for another nonprofit. I've done them for about 10 years, and it was my honor to do it for Sons of Autism for our Responders Unite program. And, for first year, I think it went really well, and really looking forward to the future. And then eventually, hopefully, we'll have it like twice a year, but definitely already looking at next April for Autism Awareness Month.
Yeah, absolutely. And I like that was I actually don't even remember if I've been to a shooting event like that before because I've done a lot of shooting in my past, but never something like that. And I mean, there were some hiccups, but we ironed them out and we figured it out. And I thought it went very cool. We had the Goodyear Special Assignment Sniper team there. We had some officers from Phoenix PD, and then some awesome just community members that showed up. And I think there was a fourth team. I think right, something like that.
Yeah, it was another community team.
Okay, I don't think they showed up, but yeah, overall it was a cool turnout. And I mean, my favorite part was during the rifle competition and like the sniper squad, they all just like laid out and shot together in unison and just blew out the target like that. That was fun for me to watch.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it. Just the way they were positioned, living in Goodyear, I feel very, very safe
Right.
knowing them. And yeah, next year they're already planning. Um, and a lot of more movement and a lot more really exciting changes that will happen.
Yeah, and like you said, I mean, I'm excited for next year. Like I'm because like it was such a good foundation and start. And then it was really cool to me to have the participants being like throwing out ideas and talking with each other and collaborating and how we could do stuff better. And so I'm very, very excited and looking forward to next year when we can do that. Um, Also, what there was a silent auction that happened, but I'm not informed really about that. So could you speak on that, please?
Yeah, really best for the support we had. Ruger donated 4 guns, 2 rifles, and 2 22 pistols, and Taser donated a couple tasers. C2 Tactical, Henry, and a couple other companies had donated items as well. So really blessed for that, and made a good amount of money. So we're very happy with that for our cause. And we have another one uh, coming up here with another rifle and other non-shooting items coming up here on April 21st as well.
Okay, awesome. So where can we find out more information about that one?
There'll be for the members that showed up, I'm gonna email them, but we're also going to post on Facebook as well, all over.
Awesome. Gotcha. I'll be on the lookout for that. So to backtrack a little bit, how did you get involved with Sounds of Autism? What do you do there? Why do you do it? Tell me about that.
Yep. So I met Cricket quickly around the beginning of Sons of Autism in 2011 for a little bit when I worked with the other nonprofit. She told me a little bit about it and about Landon. And then got to know each other a little bit better in 2016 and stayed in touch. And then in 2020, very early on, uh, Crick and I met, and she's like, "I have an idea," and then spoke about how Sons of Autism has grown since then. And then with my background in grants and sponsorships and events for nonprofits, um, it was a perfect fit. And my son, who just turned 9, he has special needs, as well as an IEP. So I do understand the importance of educating and finding all the resources available for families so the kids can be the best that they can.
Yeah, that was really well said. I like that. Um, so a question for you, just as a parent of a child with a disability, has how has like the COVID pandemic and shutting down of schools, and like how has that impacted your life and your child's life?
Yeah, it was tough. We're very happy that Zachary's school didn't shut down for very long. But when he was shut down, the services never stopped. He still had his speech therapy. He still had his IEP. He still met with all of his teachers via Zoom. So we're very blessed and happy that he was able to keep that. So when he went to in person, he didn't slow down. So yeah.
That's great news. I've spoken with a few other parents, and there's one in particular that comes to mind where um, his daughter just regressed significantly because getting out of the interpersonal communication setting of face to face and that interaction, and then back to the isolation, and he feels bad or like responsible that he wasn't like more attentive to the situation, and so he feels responsible for it. But I mean, I've spoken to him since, and like since school's picking back up and everything's going, like they're making progress again. But that was just something that came to mind. I wanted to ask. So thank you for sharing about that. Um, but what really strikes you as an amazing person is your survival story with cancer and everything that you've been through. Again, I heard a little bit about this over the weekend, and my mind was blown. So if you feel comfortable, please share what you would like, and it's an amazing story.
Yeah, no, I love sharing, just educating everyone. And so in August 10th, 2017, I was diagnosed with ALL, um, T cell leukemia, which is a very rare non-Hodgkin lymphoma leukemia. And so had a couldn't find a match for a bone marrow transplant. So they gave me the choice because I was 35 then to go on a full 3-year chemo treatment, which a lot of the kids at children's hospitals do. For girls and women, they go 2 years, and boys and men, they go 3 years. And you have to get a lot checked off health wise regarding your heart and everything like that, so you can hopefully make it within for all the chemo. It was definitely a very long process. Keeping positivity is was definitely the key. Keeping spirits up and realizing that this is just temporary, and I'll be able to do it. There's about 287 people across the country that are on it, so it's a very rare leukemia within are very rare cancer within leukemia. Um, and so very
So,
blessed.
question: could you tell me like more of what leukemia is or what it does to the body and effect?
Yep. So it's a blood disease. So it's always moving. And so when cancer goes into it, it moves with your blood. So it's very rapid. Um, so everybody goes right into stage 4 automatically. And you
Oh,
few months to live if you don't catch it. So they rushed me when I got diagnosed. It was lightning speed to finish up everything before I went to the hospital. And they told me I was going to be in the hospital for 3 weeks. I was there for 8 days. I didn't like the food. I wanted to get out of there. So, um, but yeah, after that, I did over 10 chemos throughout the whole entire process. I had every single side effect that you can imagine. many other hospital stays, pneumonia, pancreatitis, all that fun stuff. Um, and lost about 40 pounds, lost all my muscle. But very happy I'm alive, and I love every single day, and keep moving forward.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have no idea what that is like, but it's I think you sharing your story is important just to make awareness happen. But then also like there could be someone else that just started going through it, or they think, you know, their family members going through it or something. And having a person like you to be able to reach out to and just talk and actually have like personable, relatable experience of like, I know what that hell's like. And I think that's important. So thank you for sharing that. Um, God, so what was that like on on like your daily life? Like, did you have to like quit your job, and were you just like getting poisoned every day by chemo until you were better, or like how like were you able to work or do stuff?
So I was made to go on short-term disability and then long-term disability. So I was gone for 7 months. I was very happy and blessed that they kept my position. They kind of froze it, um, and I had support from that end. So when I got back, um, I was able to work as much as I could, and little by little, I was able to get back to what I did before. Um, it was definitely tricky when I got back, just for all the doctor's appointments. When I was going through that 7 months of challenges, I was there 5, 6, 7 days a week. Um, going through all the chemos and side effects, and I was there from sunrise to sundown, and then plus, so blood transfusions, and I'm so blessed that I wish I can give blood, but I'm so blessed for people who do give blood, because I went through that a lot. So my parents rented a Airbnb right next to the hospital, because the hospital is an hour and a half from me, and so that was my dad was kind of my caregiver. Um, so it was tough because I was away from my family, and a lot of times I wasn't able to either FaceTime or call them. I was just too sick. Um, so um,
That's rough. That's really rough. Uh, man. So, kind of a question. Well, not kind of. It is a question. Sorry, rephrasing. Uh, but like, I feel like that situation has to put an incredible like mental strain on a person and yourself. Uh, and so, what I'm alluding to is like, did your past and like the Boy Scouts and the Eagle Scout, all that work, like, did any of that transpire into like your mental resilience? Um, yeah.
yeah, I mean, I don't give up. Never have. I never will. So when this happened, I was like, okay, and I just have to. I basically, what do I have to do next? Kind of do like a checklist, and it was kind of getting through. First, I started getting through each hour, and then each month, each hour is just drinking water, and just keep pushing. I mean, it was extremely tough. My dad had to keep pushing me. I mean, there's times I couldn't walk. Um, I didn't eat. So there was a lot of challenges and a lot of um, in my mind, to just keep pushing. I didn't talk to a lot of people. So when I started telling stories, people were completely shocked, because I was kind of uh, isolated for the 7 months, other than going to the hospital and coming home.
Right. Well, and I'm sure you don't have energy or the care to be sociable. Like yeah, that must be a lot. Um, but I'm very happy that you made it through. You survived, you fought, and you're here. Um, like I said, I got to know Steve over the weekend, and he's an amazing guy. And so thank you again for sharing your story. I think that's important. Um, and now my favorite question.
Yes.
What is something that you wish you would have known at the start of your journey?
With signs of autism or just
Whatever the journey is to you, like whatever your mind went to. I leave it open and ended just for you.
um well for my cancer part, well, in my journey of life, there's really nothing I really wanted to know. Um, I just, from every experience I've been through, I've always grown and learned, and just make sure I don't have that mistake ever again. So for all my challenges in life, whether it's health wise or um, job wise, I just keep on pushing and just know if you keep pushing and keep challenging yourself every day, the good will happen. Just be thankful and just keep on pushing.
Awesome. Um, yeah. So we or everyone that's listening, check out the Facebook page for more information of events coming up. Um, soundsofautism.org. We have our social media challenge video. You can find that on the Sounds of Autism YouTube page. Um, and thank you again, Steve, for being here and talking. And I'm glad we're friends now. And thank you everyone for listening. Have a great week. Take care.